Hey there, golf lovers. Looking to step up your game? Let me tell you about Mollybox, the ultimate golf subscription box. Every month, Mollybox sends you a box packed with premium golf gear, accessories, and stylish apparel, all delivered right to your door. Imagine getting top-tier apparel and more, all handpicked just for you. With Mollybox, you'll stay ahead of the game and boost your performance. It's like having a personal caddy in a box. So why wait? Join the Mollybox family today. Head over to mollybox.com and use your limited time promo code ROGUE25, ROGUE, ROGUE 25 for 25% off your first box. That's mollybox.com.
Most bankers aren't ready to help you until after their third cup of coffee. But with Central National Bank's after-hours service, you don't have to wait for the bank lobby to open to get help. You can contact us from 6 to 8:30 in the morning or from 5 to 10 in the evening, and we'll connect you to a real, live, local person who can answer questions and fix problems 7 days a week. Bank different. Bank Central. Central National Bank. Member FDIC.
This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Fight all through the night, deep in the heart of Texas. The trailer park is nice and dark, deep in the heart of Texas. That drinks his brew and he spits his chew, deep in the heart of Texas. The TV blares, but no one cares, deep in the heart of Texas. Here we go!
Hey, everybody, welcome to What? I'm Mike, and this is Rusty.
And I'm Rusty.
There you go.
Absolutely.
It's double Rusty. Welcome to That Ain't Right Friday. This is generally a shorter episode, but it's what we, I don't know, it's whatever we can find to talk about as far as King of the Hill related.
Yeah.
How to bring the world into the King of the Hill universe, things like that.
And there's books. There's a lot of books out there. So
there are.
in this endeavor, we have realized that there's so much exterior stuff that they did that I really didn't know about at the time. You know, I didn't know they had.
Well, like we listened to Teddy Bear last episode,
books
last
and
Friday,
music and
because
everything
of that.
too. Well, you know, the music thing is kind of not as shocking to me as the book thing.
Well, yeah, the
books were kind of crazy.
Well,
I
there
thought
were a
having
lot of
books
musicians that guest starred on it too.
A lot of musicians. They had a whole episode that, like that one episode's kind of centric about music. The one where Peggy's lyrics get stolen by Randy Travis.
Yeah. And the one with Willie Nelson. I mean, there's a lot of those.
A lot of country.
Things.
Well, it's Texas. So Texas country music is just as part of the culture.
It
as
is
the beer and the barbecue.
It is. So in that vein, we have had a fan email us a few times, and he wants to talk about a couple of the King of the Hill books. One of them, I believe, is a shorter thing, but I'm going to have him explain that. He told me not to call him Super Studebaker, so I'm going to call him by his name. Anthony, are you there?
Yes. Yes.
So how you doing, buddy? How's it going?
I'm doing good.
Good. What part of the country are you in?
I'm in Illinois.
Illinois. Wow. Okay. What's the weather like?
80 degrees.
80
so it's actually cooler.
Oh my gosh, I would kill for 80 degrees. You know,
last week it was all in the hundreds.
When I
worse down there too.
Yeah, last week when I left for Denver, it was the temperature was reading 114.
Yeah, it was rough.
It was rough. Yeah. So Anthony, you are a big King of the Hill fan, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what does King of the Hill mean to you? Like, has it been a part of your life for a long time, or just find it, or how does that work with you?
King of the Hill has been around since I was born, actually.
Yeah.
I was born about a year after it started. And as a kid, me and my dad would watch episodes together.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he got sick and he's no longer here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But it was just a great show to watch with my dad. And Hank, he kind of reminds me of my dad a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. And it's just a good show. And I watched every episode several times.
So I think we're not out of place when we say there are a buttload of like King of the Hill stuff out there, right? Like books and CDs and things like that. And you are the proud owner of a couple of them. You want to tell us about the first one?
Well, I have a Playboy. It's the only Playboy I own, and it has a King of the Hill comic in it where Hank runs into Hugh Hefner to Playboy Mansion.
That's insane.
What is the because we've talked about this before, what is the Playboy that it's in? What is the month and year?
It is December 1997.
There you go.
December.
So actually pretty early on.
Yeah, that's pretty early on.
Series.
Yeah, right. Well, it's early on, but you got to think though. Mike Judge is already like at this point he's pop culture ingratiated in pop culture due to Beavis and Butthead and all that. Prior to King of the Hill.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
So he's probably already hanging out just through MTV stuff. He's probably already hanging out at the Playboy Mansion before this comic's even done.
Yeah. So describe what happens in the comic for us.
Well, in the comic, Hank gets a call from Hugh Hefner, and Hugh asks him to help with his propane needs at the Playboy Mansion.
Okay.
Hank isn't so sure about it because he doesn't want to see scantily clad women.
Sure.
So he goes there, and somehow Dale, Boomhauer, and Bill are there. Hugh Hefner called them too, apparently.
Yeah.
And they're causing problems. They're fishing in the koi pond. And they run into other celebrities. Dale goes off full conspiracy theorist.
Hey, hang on one second. Hang on 1 second. Who do they run into?
They run into Bill Gates, Don King. Two people I can't figure out who they are.
Okay.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
And Fidel Castro. I think it's supposed to be Fidel Castro.
Boy, that is a hell of a crowd right there. That's something else. All right, so continue. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Well, Dale goes full conspiracy, and he goes and touches the propane regulators that Hanks are working on. And Dale messes it up, and all the propane goes to the mansion where it catches on fire. And inside the mansion, we see Boomhauer with 4 naked women while it's burning down.
He didn't waste any time.
And Playboy Mansion burns down, and Hank just leaves. And everyone thinks he's like a propane entrepreneur, that he owns the propane field. And that's pretty much the whole story.
That's it. He burns down the Playboy Mansion and leaves.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
And they aired that Hugh Hefner signed off on that comic being in his book too. That's what's crazy.
That's nutty.
And it's not even like it's such a weird comic. That's like he burns it down, game over.
Does it say like do you have the thing in front of you?
Yeah, I have it right in front of me.
Does it say who wrote it?
Yes, it is. Okay, so I cannot find information on any of these people.
Okay.
But it is written by a guy named Steve Barker.
Okay.
And I looked for Steve Barker, and I had not found anything about him. I searched through Playboy. I couldn't find anything about him.
I wonder if it's like a pen name for somebody or something, you know? Maybe it's a pen name.
It could be.
What it is.
Yeah.
But the art is done by someone named Steve Boswick, who I actually did find a little bit on.
Yeah.
He is a kids book artist, and he draws kids books, and I guess he got hired to do a Playboy comic.
Sure. He's artist for hire, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a gig economy.
Well, that's fantastic, Anthony. Thank you for sharing that with us. It's amazing to me that King of the Hill was such a cultural icon or whatever that it was featured in Playboy, and they were actually able to burn down the mansion. That's crazy. So tell me about the second. You've got an actual book now, right? What's the second one?
Yes. Now this one's actually a little bit longer. It's actually, I think, just under 100 pages, and it is called "The Boy Ain't Right." and it's a scrapbook. That's the idea. It's supposed to be like a scrapbook about Bobby growing up
Oh.
and the do's and don'ts, and Hank giving his fatherly advice. It's like a scrapbook, and Hank giving his advice on how to properly raise a kid. And Hank has some very interesting opinions in this book.
Sure.
I'll just say that.
Yeah. What? Give me an example.
Let me flip to a random page. Okay, Hank has movies that kids should see and movies kids shouldn't see.
Okay.
And so there are 8 movies that kids should see, which include Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, Wag the Dog, Caddyshack.
Caddyshack for kids.
Brian's Song.
Brian's Song.
Leonard Part 6. Some of these movies I haven't heard of.
So Leonard Part 6 was a Bill Cosby movie that flopped like crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it says here. Beach Blanket Bingo.
Yeah, that's
Red Asphalt.
Beach Blanket Bingo is it was made in the 60s. It's Nat Funicello and whatever that other dude was he was always dancing with. It's one of those
And Willard.
And Willard. Oh, good.
Willard.
You're supposed to watch Willard. Yeah. All right, so what are they not supposed to watch?
Well, the first one is a good one. It's a Beavis and Butthead Do America. You should not watch that one.
There you go.
Clue.
Wait, what?
Clut. It's Clue or Clut.
How do you spell it?
It's about Jane Fonda, Clut.
Oh, yeah.
K-L-U-T.
Yeah, Clue. Yeah.
Clue.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
On Golden Pond, The Crying Game, Footloose, Black Sunday.
Footloose. Black Sunday was about people that like terrorists getting control of a blimp, and they were going to fly it over the Super Bowl and blow everybody up. That's what Black Sunday.
Yeah, there's actually. Apparently, it includes a horrifying scene of charcoal grilling.
That makes sense. Sure.
There's little descriptions here.
Yeah.
The English Patient. The Sands of Iwo Jima, Fried Green Tomatoes.
Wow.
And Sling Blade.
So
don't watch.
They're not supposed to watch Sling Blade or Fried Green Tomatoes, huh?
Those are good movies.
Yeah. Sling Blade's one of my favorites, yeah. Biscuits and mustard.
For Fried Green Tomatoes, all it says is that it portrays Southerners as women, and half of us are not women.
Just Southerners as women.
Southerners as women. Well, it's funny though, because that movie actually is
so
the book. The book is about 2 women that fall in love in the South.
Yeah.
And then in the movie, when they do it, they kind of like wash it down a little bit for a movie audience.
It's more of a friendship.
At that time.
Yeah.
It's more of a friendship, but in the book, they're actually lovers.
All right. Okay. That is fantastic. I love that list.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
That's a great list. Yeah. Because of charcoal grilling.
No, for sure.
So at the end of this book, is Bobby like he's 12 or whatever? Is that how it ends?
It kind of fluctuates. At some point he's a baby, and at some point he's 12, and at some point he's still growing up.
Oh, okay.
The pages are actually kind of in a random order.
Oh.
Well, it does start out with him mostly as a baby.
Yeah.
It actually has a whole birth sheet that says how Bobby Hill was born.
Oh, like gives his length and weight and all that stuff?
Oh, yeah. It said that he was born heads and shoulders on April 6th, and feet and chest and legs on April 7th.
It took several hours to get him out. I get it, sure.
Yeah, it took about 2 or 3 hours to get him out.
Yeah.
He was 9 pounds 6 ounces.
That's
and
a big boy.
Was 18 inches.
Yeah, big boy.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
And then it has his eating chart.
His
eating chart.
Eating chart. Okay.
Yeah. At 3 months, he had chocolate milk.
Okay.
He was breastfed until 3 months, and it's crossed out, and Hank says it's nobody's business.
I love that. That's great.
Yeah, that's funny.
At 4 months, he developed his fruit pie craving. So baby Bobby was 4 months old when he had his first fruit pie.
4 months old eating a fruit pie.
Yeah.
That's great.
At 5 months, it was just a little piece of steak cut up small. At 7 months, it was the full steak. So Bobby ate a full steak at 7 months old.
Sure.
And 1 year was his first time at Lily's.
Okay.
And his 1 year and 1 day was his second time at Lily's.
1 year and 1 day. That's really great. So that's really cool. Like, how did you get a hold of this book? Did you just find it somewhere, or did you order it, or what?
I bought it online.
Yeah.
I've discovered probably about almost 10 years ago that these books existed, and I ordered this one, and I said I'd get the other one, but they have not ever gone down in price.
That other
really
one's super expensive, right? That's the one. It's like something about mowing your lawn, right?
Yeah, WD-40 for the Soul.
There you go, WD-40 for the Soul. Yeah.
You're Okay, and I'm White 2K by Dale Gribble.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
If I ever get those, I'll let you know.
Yeah. What are those currently running, you think?
Last time I saw, they're still about $500 each.
Ooh, buddy.
Which is insane.
That's craziness. Yeah. What's crazy to me, Anthony, is like somebody hasn't digitized it out there, scanned it or whatever in so you can see it.
Yeah. I'm sorry you can hear my dog, by the way.
Oh, I don't care. Your dog's just having fun. He doesn't know what's going on. What kind of dog is it?
It's my mom's dog, and it's the worst breed you can imagine. It's a Yorkie and a Chihuahua mixed together.
Oh, wow.
That thing is just spinning around your feet.
Yeah, just spinning around your feet, screaming.
Peeing and barking, and yeah. So, Anthony...
He doesn't pee that bad when...
Oh, really?
He does bark.
He does bark a lot, yeah. So Anthony, thank you, number one, for coming on. Thank you, number two, for sharing those books with us.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. That's really cool. Yeah,
it is very nice.
If you ever see like cheap copies of them,
let us
shoot me a link or something. And I'm trying to get copies of those just for us to have other things to talk about.
That'd be cool. Hey, and so Anthony, go ahead. Sorry.
The Boy Ain't Right. I know you can actually find that one for pretty cheap. It usually goes on for $20 to $30.
Okay.
So that one's actually not that hard to find.
Yeah.
Well, another thing that I'm hoping is that when we go to San Marcos, we might have some access to some of this stuff. We're scheduling a trip eventually. Me and Mike here, we're going to go down to where the archives for
Texas
all of the
State.
King of the Hill footage and stuff is. Jim Dotrieve donated massive piles.
Greg Daniels.
Well, Greg Daniels, but Jim Dotrieve, he's donated a bunch of his personal stuff that he had to it as well. Wes Archer, a lot of the people that were affiliated with the show, all the stuff that they had, they've donated. Like various.
I don't know why they
members
decided
of the show.
on San Marcos.
Because the show's in Texas.
That almost tells me that Arlen is San Marcos.
Well, Jim Dotrieve is one of the big people that was affiliated with the creation of the show as well. After Greg and after.
Is he from there?
He's from Texas.
Yeah,
he's a Texas guy.
Okay.
Just like Hardwick was a Texas guy.
I wonder if he went to Texas State or something. Because it used to be called Southwest Texas.
Southwest Texas, yeah. And they changed it in the 90s or something.
Yeah. It was a little while back. So you want me to tell you my only interaction at Southwest Texas?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is I helped what's his name? Shawn Michaels, the wrestler.
Yeah, Sweet Chin Music.
I helped him set up a wrestling ring in the quad at Texas State.
Oh, that's
time.
Awesome.
Yeah, because he had a wrestling school in San Antonio.
Yeah.
And so he would come through every once in a while and set up the ring.
Oh,
and so
cool.
me and my buddy would get to help him set up the ring.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's just so random. Okay, so Anthony, before we let you go, I need to get a thought from you.
All right.
What do you think about the continuation of the show? And what are your hopes for it?
I'm very excited. My opinion kind of changes a lot because when I first heard of it, I actually kind of wanted it to not change at all.
Yeah.
I guess I just didn't want these characters to get older, but I kind of just accepted it.
Yeah.
And I do trust Mike Judge and Greg Daniels.
There you go.
If anyone knows what they're doing, it'd be those guys.
No kidding.
Yeah, and I like that too. And I like that you as a fan recognize that because we get a lot of crap from people and stuff like that about our takes on it.
Yeah.
And everybody is really hesitant, and I understand the hesitation and where that comes from, but you got to realize who you're working with. You're working with guys who are calculated clinical precision with their comedic genius.
Mm-hmm.
The Office, Parks and Recreation, Idiocracy, Beavis and Butthead. I mean,
they haven't missed
something with
a
Daria
lot.
too.
Yeah, they haven't.
They
missed
don't
a
miss.
lot. No.
They don't miss very
So
often.
what do you want to see come out of it, Anthony? Do you are you excited about the 15-year fast forward? Do you want to see what Bobby's doing? What are your hopes?
I really just want to see how all the characters are doing and how they age.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that, like Luann and Lucky, maybe they move somewhere nice.
Right.
That's why they're not there,
They went to a farm to
I
run
really
and jump and play.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I did have a fun idea, but I think it might be too crazy.
Go for it.
I think, how Nancy cheats on Dale with John Redcorn. I thought in these series maybe be funny that maybe Nancy could cheat on John Redcorn with a younger guy.
Oh, yeah.
Now John Redcorn's in the pool with Dale.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow. Like
that would be
she's
good.
like
Yeah.
he got too old for her and she's too old for her age group, so she's trying to stay young.
Maybe he's a younger weatherman trying to push his way in at the station.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's a good one, Anthony. We hadn't really thought about that.
I hadn't put it into that perspective.
We mostly
yet either.
tackle like the main characters, not so much the ancillary ones like that. So what else? What do you want to see out of Bobby? What do you think Bobby's doing?
Not sure. I know from what I heard, he might own a restaurant. Maybe it'd be like Bob's Burgers or something.
Yeah.
But I hope he doesn't, stop trying to be a comedian.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Well, the episode we just did was that season 4, 14, and he says that he wants to be the first chubby comedian to live past 35. So hopefully he's able to do that in the future here.
Yeah.
I am very, very hopeful for this thing. I think it's going to turn out fine. I love the fact that they're fast forwarding because it's not really the same show.
It's not really the same show.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that they're fast forwarding too because 13 seasons, we know what they look like in 13 seasons. After that, if you're going to revive it, you got to kind of bring it into where we're at now.
Yeah.
And I don't think you could do that with the same characters. You have to age them up to bring them into to what we're in now. And I don't know. I think it's going to be good.
I just hope that Hank's not like a MAGA guy or something like that.
I don't think he is.
I don't think he was never part of any of that stuff.
I think it would be hilarious if there was an episode where
Dale's a MAGA guy.
Well, no, I don't even think Dale's a MAGA guy. I think Dale is accidentally QAnon. He's just joking. I think he's just joking around in a forum, just typing nonsense.
He is QAnon,
and he's like, "Oh, these people are like start to attach to it," and then it finds out that QAnon is just Dale driving around in a bug van.
I like that. That's cool.
I think that's hilarious. And like he doesn't even buy into it or nothing. Like he's not affiliated with it, but he just was one day wrote something cryptic, and people start reading into it. And he's like, "Well, what if I type something else? Or what if I type something else?" I think that would be a great episode.
Well, Anthony, thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate it. Sorry about all the emails. We've been going back and forth for a couple of weeks, but
appreciate you for tapping in with us.
Yeah, we appreciate you being here. We appreciate you sharing the books with us. And man, anytime you want to send us stuff, emails or whatever, and we're happy to mention things on the show. And just
ideas,
include you any way
suggestions,
we can.
And that's for anybody that's listening. Also, anybody that's listening, let me just add this real fast.
Go.
If you want stickers, I've already said this before. This is going to be the final time that I ask you. We're settled now.
Artie emailed me this week asking about stickers.
Yeah. Everybody, this is another call. This is the final call, and this is my final apology. We're going to get it sorted now. We're settled so we can get everything done. We've just had a lot of stuff going on to where it's kind of hiccuped each time we got ready to do it.
We've moved 4 times in 4 years.
Yeah, so bear with us on that. So if you will email me at BWAAAKOTH
at gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
Yeah. And ask for stickers.
Ask for stickers.
Just ask for them. We'll send them.
Ask them and put your address.
Anthony.
And that's email. Please email me. Not Twitter.
Yeah.
Not anything. I want them all in one place. That way I can't have any excuse to say I forgot or because I have sticker addresses. I have them somewhere, but it's over 4 different social media accounts.
Right.
So everyone email me, BWAAAKOTH at gmail.com. If I told you you're going to get stickers, email me there. Give me your address again. And I'll get you we'll get you taken care of.
Yeah, we're not lying. We're just lazy. That's all it is.
Yeah, well,
we're
lazy and busy.
Busy mostly.
Busy mostly.
Anthony, again, thanks so much for coming on. It was a pleasure meeting you, man. And we'll take your input anytime. What you got?
You send us an email
Can
with your address, and we'll get you some stickers too, buddy.
Yeah. Absolutely. Just hang
Cool.
on the phone, Anthony, after we're done, and we'll get some information from you. What were you going to say?
I was wondering if I could talk about my 2 favorite pages on the book.
Oh,
It'll be real
please
quick, I
do.
promise.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
you're
go
good,
for it,
man.
go
Go
for
for
it.
it. Yeah.
All right. Well, the first one is there's a whole page dedicated to Bill trying to sign up for a adoption application.
Oh.
Okay, that's
And
funny. That's
he,
good. Yeah.
He calls himself Sergeant William Bill Dotrieve.
Mm-hmm.
And he asks, why do you want to adopt? Because I'm god awful lonely. Or to make a good father.
Jesus.
Because I was almost accepted into the Big Brother program.
Almost.
And it says, are you married? I was and could be again someday. I joined a girls' watchers club, and I heard women like men with babies. Wouldn't everyone help me get married?
A girl watchers club. That's just creeps.
That's terrible.
That is creepy.
Wow.
Would you be able to support a baby financially? And it says, 2 can live cheaper than 1. As long as we both pull our weight, I'm sure we can get by.
That's fantastic.
6, would you mind listening to crying all day and night? No, I'm used to it, but the neighbors would complain. Do you have a time for a child? Do you have an active social life? No, not a problem. Never has been, never will be.
Wow. You know
And what parenting skills? Oh, go ahead.
No, go for it.
Go for it,
I'll
yeah.
tell you in a second.
What parenting skills do you have? The Army taught me everything I need to know.
Mm.
For women only, do you believe in bottle or do you believe in bottle feeding?
Mm-hmm.
And then it says, I drink beer out of a bottle or a can. I'm not too particular. And then it says, this is for women only. Do you believe in bottle or breastfeeding? And it says, both. I just happen to own one of those male breast bags. The only thing I don't like is how it cuts me across the breast, and the straps hurt my shoulders.
Oh my god.
Bill apparently has a breast bag.
That's funny.
Wow.
Do you have anyone who can vouch for your character? And it says, I'm hoping my child could do that. The child that he's trying to adopt.
Not really the point there, Bill.
Yeah.
And then the last question is there is there anything else you want us to know? And it just says, I'm going to keep this pen. So you stole their pen.
That's funny.
That's fantastic. Yeah. What's the second page?
All right. Now, this one's a little long, so I just cut down my favorite part.
Yeah.
But Cotton had a whole list of reasons why Hank is weak, and it's all just horrible Cotton being horrible.
Oh, okay.
And so here are just like 10 reasons why Hank is weak to Cotton. He let his mom raise him. He didn't abandon him in the woods. He didn't let him drink from the water in the hose. He drove him to school. He didn't throw enough things at him. He let him kiss his mom.
Didn't throw enough
didn't stop
things
him
at
from
him.
mar-
That's my favorite. Didn't
That's
throw
funny.
enough
Didn't
things
throw
at
enough
him.
things
Yeah.
at him, yeah.
Didn't stop him from marrying Hank's wife. I went to all his football games. I gave him a pistol for his first birthday instead of a shotgun. I knocked up his mama. I married his mama. I let him call me dad. I let him become a pump jockey. And I paid his ransom when he got kidnapped.
Oh my gosh.
No, that's funny.
That's crazy.
That last one, I don't know what that last one's about. Apparently, he paid his ransom when he was kidnapped.
So
Apparently, Hank was kidnapped.
does Hank get kidnapped? I don't remember that at all.
Not-
Huh.
I don't
I
remember.
think that's when he was a kid.
That's
I
amazing.
think that was when he was a kid.
I want to know that
It
story.
also says that Cotton was 12 years old and he saw the first Texas public prison execution,
Oh God.
which Google says was in 1924.
Okay, so it was 1924, and he said he saw it. He was 12.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, we gotta get it. We gotta get these books. I gotta find these books.
Yeah, no kidding.
The timeline gets a little weirder because
I'm gonna start a
and
GoFundMe.
3 years later, when he's 15, he says he's killed 50 men in World War II. But 3 years between that would only be 1927, and World War II didn't start until 1927.
Yeah. Well, you got to figure.
I don't know how it's
you,
still
you got to figure he was a little senile. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a little
I
nuts.
guess.
Yeah, you lose your shins, your mind starts to go. I've heard that from more than one doctor.
Yeah, I have too.
Sure.
Once your shins are gone, your brain is
Yeah.
quickly. There's some kind of weird connection between shins and
and brain.
brains.
It's like if you let your teeth go, your whole body health.
They
goes
call
down.
it the shin brain blood barrier.
Shin brain blood barrier. Yes, definitely. I think that's a household phrase.
Yeah.
Anthony, those are fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah, there are a lot of pages in here. A lot of pages have Hank's ass for some reason in them, or Baby Bobby's ass.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ass in this book.
A lot of ass. Great.
Yeah.
Well, there's
It's a
public
good book if you can find it.
public executions. There's a lot of ass. There's some sort of kidnapping. That's all wonderful stuff.
That's great. No, that's beyond it.
Well, Anthony, thanks again for being on, man. We really appreciate it.
you, buddy.
And if you ever come across anything else, feel free to let us know, and we'll have you on again.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
I guess I'll give one last thing. And there is actually a King of the Hill CD.
Right.
If you want to listen to it, it is on Spotify.
So we,
I don't know if you guys have heard about that.
yeah, we played last Friday. We played
Teddy
the
Bear.
song "Teddy Bear" from it. Yeah, because Hank, it's the perfect kind of song for Hank because he kind of just talk sings.
Yeah,
you know,
he didn't
through the
really
whole thing.
sing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Anthony,
But,
it's
there's one,
say it again.
sorry. If there's one song I would recommend from it, there is a song called "Mow Against the Grain." It has basically all the voice actors of King of the Hill singing.
Yeah, see, for some reason in my mind, I thought the book was called "Mow Against the Grain," but you're right. It's that song. I think the CD is called that, though, right?
I think it's just called the King of the Hill soundtrack.
Oh, okay.
I think.
All right. I don't know why I keep wanting to name things that, but
Mow against the grain.
yeah, I want to name everything the same
Are
thing.
you used to mowing against the grain?
I don't mow. All right, Anthony.
Yeah, I don't even.
Anthony, we got to get out of here, but we really appreciate you being on, man. It was nice meeting you.
Yeah, appreciate you, buddy.
And thanks again for your time.
Wimatanye.
Thank you.
Wimatanye.
Wimatanye.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.
Hey there, golf lovers. Looking to step up your game? Let me tell you about Mollybox, the ultimate golf subscription box. Every month, Mollybox sends you a box packed with premium golf gear, accessories, and stylish apparel, all delivered right to your door. Imagine getting top-tier apparel and more, all handpicked just for you. With Mollybox, you'll stay ahead of the game and boost your performance. It's like having a personal caddy in a box. So why wait? Join the Mollybox family today. Head over to mollybox.com and use your limited time promo code ROGUE25, ROGUE, ROGUE 25 for 25% off your first box. That's mollybox.com.